maybe. Norway has capitulated. We want more. No, that's ahead of time. Support weapons. That sounds good to me. Kingdom of Romania. Cede Bessarabia to the Soviets. So now I can reorganize the military industry. I can also get National Military Academy, which will lead... No, I want that and then that. And that's going to allow me to actually get some manpower. Apparently I'm already at maximum manpower for my volunteer level. I thought I might have gained an immediate boost, but apparently not. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Ah, construction is done, that's good. (1940) fighters. Is there any reason why I wouldn't do this? I mean, frankly, yes. Probably going to need to be more or less self-sufficient in terms of oil and rubber too. Fantastic. Mordred is Bulgaria. I'll take over the world with this string and penny I found in my pockets. It's kind of how this feels. Yes, I can now build tanks and planes. That's a good point. I would like a couple of those. Gonna need them. And I would also like fighters, although they're a bit out of date. And... kind of need to buy in the chromium. Hey Turkey, I hear you have chromium. Thanks. The Treaty of Craiova. We have not forgotten how Romania stabbed us in the back in 1913 and the cowards took southern Dobruja while our armies were occupied elsewhere. Hungary has used her friendship with Germany to gain revenge on Romania. Is it our time now? We will have our revengi. Revenge is a dish best served cold. So what do you think we should do? I've trusted you this far, chap. Get us out of this. And vote. Get your votes in. Didn't chat get you into this mess? Yes. Hence I'm giving you a chance to get us out of it. And you know what other things you can get out of this? And just generally watching this channel. You could get Raid Shadow Legends. It is a game which is free, and you would definitely like free stuff, so free games are probably good too. So you can go and find that either by following the link which Decius Dark has just put into chat, or you can go to the banner which should be down there in the About section from the stream to get a sign up for Raid Shadow Legends. If you sign up and do the tutorial, it is important that you do the tutorial, then you are supporting the channel directly. Because if we get to 60 downloads of the game, then I get a payout from Raid Shadow Legends. If we get to 90, I get another one. If we get to 120, then I get a third. So you are very much supporting the channel. Their sponsorship is really quite generous. So please do if you are enjoying what you're seeing here. It massively helps out. And like I said, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. It's a free game. Okay, so chat has decided that revenge is not a dish best served cold. It is better to be very hot, probably fired on the side of a shell. And 6x Paul X9, thank you very much for the 6,000 channel point contribution there. Much appreciate that. So we shall have our Revengi, and we shall see what Germany says. Germany has chosen to side with despicable Romanians in our quest for justice. Bogdan Filov has let his German ambassador know that Bulgarian expects more from her friends. Denied! We hear you like, chromium. Here's some chromium for your chromium. Utmost optimization is now complete, so we have a really big buff to our industry. Consumer goods -2, max factories in state +20, construction speed +15, production efficiency +10, production efficiency growth +10. Right, let's reorganize the freaking army so I can rebuild the army. Our military industry is outdated and inefficient, designed to produce currently obsolete equipment. We must carry out a modernization program before it is too late. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's too late. Pretty sure. That may have made a lot more sense in your head. Fair enough. Who is Romania guaranteed by? Everyone. But mostly Free France. AKA the Allies. Right, we have another factory, which I think I'm actually going to put into tanks. Heavy tanks are where our future lie at this point. Although I fully acknowledge that the heavy tanks available to us, not the best. More tanks. What's better than tanks? More tanks! And yeah, we are absolutely roaring with our industry at this point. I think now we can just say, I want all the things all the time. Actually, that's not true. We don't. Because we need to save some space for refineries. Because we are going to need those. There's the improved artillery, so we can go ahead and upgrade. Then 1940. Already getting everything that we want there. Research. Duh. Is this a historical AI playthrough? Yep. Oh, yeah. Albania has fallen to the Brits. And Sardinia is about to fall too, possibly. Are you saying I can only influence them once? Trotsky is being assassinated. Okay, so the other thing which we can do, which can factor this, will be crush Macedonian organizations, which will make those countries like us more. And that, frankly, is what we should have done before we asked the UK to allow me to actually, you know, make guns. Have I done a run with Kaiser coming back to power? Yes, I think so. Or maybe we only did it with Victoria. I know we certainly did one with Victoria. Now here's a question. Do we want to do this? Yes. We must proclaim our displeasure towards Imro and start working on hunting down and eliminating any Macedonian revolutionary cells still operating in Bulgaria. Finally putting an end to what Zevro started in 1934 and improving our foreign relations with it. More factories. Probably more fighters. Getting all the resources we need for this massive industry is going to be problematic. What did influence do? I would imagine it probably boosted relations, but oh man, they all hate us. I have a feeling the Balkan Pact ain't a thing that's going to happen. "39 days, heck yeah." Hey, ugh. Yeah, we probably need field hospitals. I mean, that's one of the reasons I started producing motorized again. It's a thing I know I need to research. Oh, of course, we have our theorist. It's like, why am I actually getting army experience? It actually kind of makes sense why I'm getting army experience. Because we have an army that's getting experience. Oh, I know, groundbreaking. The Bulgarian government condemns the IMRO. Earlier today, the Bulgarian leader, Bogdan Filov, issued an official statement showing his rejection towards the internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization and publicly condemning their activities. The Bulgarian Minister of the Interior also announced the implementation of a package of extraordinary measures that will allow the government to allocate more resources to take active action against the IMRO and root out this terrorist organization once and for all. With this pronouncement, it seems that finally the Bulgarian government seeks to end one of the greatest sources of conflict and tensions in the Balkans. You're welcome. That doesn't really help. Rebuild the army. We are surrounded by potential enemies. As history has taught us harshly, it is crucial that we build a powerful army and develop modern tactics if we are to prevail in any future conflict. Right. We need to get military cooperation with the Soviets before we start researching the new heavy tank. Yeah, okay. Improve relations opinion plus 15. So that's the anti-IMRO propaganda. That sounds good to me. These are still just ultimatums. So Greek opinion of us is now improved. I wonder how much it needs to be improved by. Because I don't know. Field hospitals. So the other thing I was going to change was removing the motorized from you, because there's no point to it. So we're going to have a bunch of motorized in storage now, which is fine, because that's going to allow us to immediately put out Field hospitals. Oh wow, look at how strong my infantry is right now. We are well equipped. Yeah, true, we can improve relations manually. Probably need to. Where is it? There it is. In fact, Bogdan makes that easier to do. Cheaper. Italy lays claim to Greece. Right, so Yugoslavia. Hi. You haven't been invaded yet, so should probably try to improve relations with you. And with you. And with you. Italy going after Greece, having lost Albania. Yeah, you're not wrong. So I wonder if I can even go after Greece. I still can. Oh, them being a member of a faction is a reduction. Oh, I see. We can see the positive and the negatives. Oh, they've changed how these work. Demolitions is targeted sabotage, strength and resistance, sabotage cost. Seducer is now detection chance and infiltration effectiveness and risk. Commando is sabotage efficiency, operative detection chance, capture cipher effectiveness and risk, and then sabotage risk, and then infiltration. So I think I'm going to get Zymov, who's an infiltrator and a commando. And you are going to go an intel in Greece. Right, we have another factory. That's probably going to go for that. And now we need to buy in aluminium from France. Sure. I don't really care who we import it from. As long as we can. Alright, synthetic. Let's get rubber. And then we're going to say synthetic refinery in each of you. Let's just build as many of those as we can, because we're gonna need them. Now we have another military factory, which we are going to place in. I think it's got to be more fighters. I mean, we need that air power. I mean, we're going to be using them in very localized fights. Ah, military cooperation agreements. We haven't pissed anyone off enough, so we might actually get these. Our military industry is far from sufficient to carry out adequate rearmament program. We must look abroad for fitting designers capable of producing high-quality vehicles with which to supply the army. Although Germany doesn't particularly like us because we try to demand land from Romania, UK doesn't like us because we've rearmed despite them saying no, which basically just leaves the Soviets. 70-day focuses everywhere, I know. Okay, they are now all considered to have a high opinion of us. Oh wow, they do as well. Improved relations can go to what? Plus 100? I mean, actually, what this is saying is that I should be improving relations with you. I should be improving relations with you, and also with you. And we're just going to play them all off against each other. We're still earning political power, albeit not very much. Shouldn't we be getting manpower? Yes! Our armies are being built, finally! 19th of December, 1940. And we're going to be able to probably get about 2.7% conscription. So we still have a fair number of soldiers to come in. Legionary Romania has joined the Axis. Pressured by powerful elements in his government, King Carol II of Romania saw no choice but to announce and sign his abdication. His successor is King Michael, but many of the dictatorial powers obtained by Carol have been vested back into the government, and so it is unlikely the young king will be able to wield similar power as his predecessor. Amusing. Turkey delivers an investment portfolio. Representatives from Turkey have visited our country and met with many of our politicians in the hopes of garnering endorsements for their investment scheme. The government of Turkey would like for us to use our resources to better their own industrial capabilities and output. Turkish officials have inferred that by assisting their nation we might be able to expect aid of our own in the future in the form of a military alliance between our nations. Hell yes! If it's aid they need, it is aid they shall have, because we are playing an entirely diplomatic game here. So how do we do this? Invest in Turkish state building. The better our investment into Turkey, the closer we can bind them to our own interests while simultaneously alienating them from our enemies. So we might be able to just completely diplomatically get Turkey on our side. Ah, and we can influence all of these again. Make it happen. So what are we short in? Heavy tanks, artillery. We've got loads of regular guns, so I think we're going to turn down how many of those we're producing. More heavy tanks, more artillery. Let's drop you. Do that. .2. Japan demands French Indochina. Taking advantage of French weakness in light of the struggle in Europe, Japan has coerced the new government into surrendering control of their colony in Indonesia. Improved computing machine finished. Okay, it is January 41. And as much as I really want to research this tank, I feel like we should wait until we possibly get a contract with the Soviets. Ah, these are the 1941s. You know what? Concentrated industry. The one advantage we have is tons of industry. We are very industrialized. Probably in particular compared to our neighbours at this point. You have got 18 plus 10. That's 28. I mean, we're on 30 at 5. You've got about 33, 34. Okay, we're not as far ahead as I would like. And you're on 32. So we are ahead of Turkey. And we're way ahead of Greece. They're on 25. So we're roughly equal to Romania and Yugoslavia. We're way ahead of Greece. And a little bit ahead of Turkey. If I research it now, I get a bonus for 43. I suspect I'm going to get that bonus anyway. So, where would that be? Land Doctrine. Support defensive lines. Yeah, we don't actually get any modifiers for tanks. We'll need to see what shape the agreement with the Soviets come in. Okay, now we're losing a lot of political power. It suddenly got super expensive to improve relations with the UK, the Soviets, and the Germans. Okay, so... how do I get these military agreements? Because I kind of need them. Oh, that just automatically active. Oh, they just automatically activate. Hold on. Military agreement cooperation. Is this all three, or is this one? I think it's probably just one. In which case, we may actually just not want to take a focus. Yeah, our relations with all of these guys is now really high. Maybe it's an event, you're not wrong. So we're still working on the UK. Which is already at 100, so I don't think we need to do that anymore. Field Hospital. Let's get Field Hospital 2. I'm going to add Field Hospitals to these. Assembly line production. Get our industry going even harder. I have got positive manpower. Amazing! So one of the things that does allow is... lets me go after the IMRO activists, which will actually give me modified political power gain. Plus 0.3, which is huge. Do it. It's worth the 25. Oh, these guys have already got that has been influenced by Bulgaria, so I may not necessarily need to do it more than once. That might have been a waste. Whether that influence compounds, I don't know. Are we doing Space Marines? Yes. I feel like you kind of have to. As Bulgaria, because you're just ever so slightly surrounded. No longer get fate at the Balkans. Fine. I'm just going to save and see what Yugoslavia would do, because the only thing that we're lacking is military power compared to them. So I wonder if it's just going to be one thing that swings it, or if you need all of them. Yeah, you need all of them. I thought that might be the case. Did that say you needed to be in a faction with the Soviets? I don't think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let myself get to 150 political power, and then I'm going to see if that is available or not. Because it's not clear. It doesn't say how many it requires. It just says Soviet Union, opinion of Bulgaria, at least 51. We have the thing which technically makes that active. Guangxi clique has capitulated. The Guangxi government's gone into exile. The main forces capitulated to Japan. How is Japan doing? Japan's doing good. So far, the Axis are looking pretty... The Axis are looking very strong. They're actually winning in Africa. It's one of the three. We don't know. It might be, which is why I need to wait until I get to 150 political power, and then I can see if I can select it. It's not clear, unfortunately, in that list, because it doesn't say it requires all of or any one of, unfortunately. Don't know when Paradox added in play sets for mods, but it's bloody genius. I hate it constantly having to enable disable mods based on the game I want. Yeah, that's one of the nice things that they've done with the launcher. And that was actually one of the biggest arguments that Paradox made about having an in-house launcher, which is why they kind of weathered the storm of everybody hating them for a while. Yeah, you just need the 150. No, you don't. You need all of them. Really? Oh, so the material designers... You just need the military cooperation agreement. How you get that, who knows? But for the tank designs, it kind of makes sense. You do need to be in a faction. Otherwise, why the hell would they give you a, tank design? It's just my military strength in Yugoslavia and Turkey at this point. I wonder if I push these guys out. No, I don't want to lose tanks from training. Okay, well, now we know. So how do you get the military... agreement thing? What did they call it? Military cooperation agreement. That's purchasing stuff. Yeah. Activate military cooperation agreement. So why is it saying that I don't have that? I have a feeling that this is something that's just broken, because I have no decision that allows me to do it. No, it wouldn't be a new diplomatic option. They very rarely add more stuff here. Almost never. It would be a decision. Well, I'm going to call this one done. Don't really know where this is going. It's still possible that something positive may happen. We shall see. Time, at least on Speed 4, runs pretty quickly. If nothing else. This might well be the most boring playthrough of all time. Find out next time on Hearts of Iron 4. So thanks everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel more, then you should definitely go and check out the sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends. Again, it is a free-to-play game. It does not cost you any money to get. All I ask is that you download the game and play the tutorial. If you do that, then Raid Shadow Legends will be supporting my channel, and believe me, this sponsorship is very generous. So if you do that, you are massively helping the channel out. We've got a couple of milestones we're trying to hit. The first one is at 60, next one's at 90, and then the last one is 120. And seriously, if you sign up for this, it is huge. It's really, really good for us. So please do consider doing that. If you want to support the channel other ways, you can, of course, become a subscriber here on Twitch. No, it's 60, 90, or 120. That will support the channel that way, or you can become a patron over on patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and a Discord, which you can find at the link, which I'm sure somebody will be posting soon. Yep, there it is. Let's go and see who else is streaming right now. And we shall go and launch them a raid. Who's live? In fact, is anybody else doing this preview? No. No, they are not. In that case, who else is streaming that I follow? Okay, let's go and raid Helson. Helson is a very top bloke. He is also one of the moderators here on the channel. And he is playing Gary Grigsby War in the Pacific, which is basically Hearts of Iron 4 taken to the extreme. So if you like your war game stuff, then you should definitely check out Gary Grigsby's War in the Pacific, because my gosh does it go into depth. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. I will see you next time. I will probably stream tomorrow. Oh, no, sorry, no. My meetings are the week afterwards, so I can't stream tomorrow, so the next stream will be on Friday as scheduled. So Friday and Saturday is going to be a mixture of Baldur's Gate 3 and also Hearts of Iron 4. So Friday and Saturday we'll be streaming. No stream tomorrow. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.